live. Hopefully this works. But let me turn the echo off. You know, probably. Let me just say, I can't. I don't really plan to go live. Let's just say that up front. I'm live and unprepared. But I think today's the 5th, and I think tomorrow's the 6th. And I've been waiting for this date for about 10 years. The two things are going to happen. Hey, howdy. Two things are going to happen on this date. David Foley's going to get convicted up to 20 years. And then number two, I'm going to be ready to move on, because I've been kind of like not doing much lately. And I just made a comment on a YouTube post for a game that I worked on 40 years ago, over 40 years ago. In any case, I'm thinking about using artificial intelligence to revamp that game and include maybe even a better construction set. We made, Craig Smith and I made the Advanced Wizard construction set for Electronic Arts Ultimate Wizard, which was a cult classic on the Commodore 64. It was re-released by Electronic Arts in 1986. And I got a call from Don Daglow before I turned 17. I was 16 at the time. I got a phone call from Don Daglow. Is that right? Maybe I was 15. I turned 16 in I was 16. I turned 17 in 1986. In any case, so I was 17 years old right after I got the call from Don. And I think my partner at the time, Craig, he was 18 by the time we contacted lawyers, which was maybe a year later. I don't know. Less than a year later. In any case, I'm struggling with my memory, but you guys don't care about that. It was a long time ago. But I got some comments. Somebody's actively using this game and teaching their kids some stuff, and I was like, "Wow, that's kind of rad." And thought, well, maybe I could use artificial intelligence and go in and dust it off, and then make a call for anybody that has additional levels to submit their levels. Because you know what? In the last 40 years, I'll bet there's a few extra levels that nobody's ever seen before. And certainly you could make new levels. So having a website with levels you could play, I think that would be the enhancement. And then make it so that you could play it on any system, obviously. So, the better your system, the more cool the game could be, according to how many people play on that system. You can afford more improvements. So, you'd have a baseline emulator and then a new version that could play all the old files, but also have new features, something like that. So anyway, if you want me to do that, I'm accepting donations. But it'd be cool to re-release something that I haven't worked on in 40 years. So I'm announcing I'm willing to work on it, and I'll rope Craig in there too because he's still around. He actually has all the code, including the source code, of the construction set. We never got the source code of the original. Nobody cared about the source code in the original construction set, honestly. And everything else was in assembly language, and I think Craig had it all mapped out, at least as well as Sean. Sean passed away, and he was the genius behind the original assembly language, and he's gone. But I'm certain that between artificial intelligence and Craig, we could make a new version for the Commodore 64, perhaps, and certainly make a new version under emulation for all the other systems, as well as a new version that's not under emulation with improved graphics for all these systems, where it uses the emulator underneath and then does a skin, that kind of thing. Maybe even the new version is on the Commodore 64, runs under emulation, and then you just skin it up with AI. All right, guys, that's at least my idea. And if you like that idea, I'm looking for financial support. And so I think there's the number 4, PACMAIN, 4 Pacmain on Cash App. If you want to send me some money on there, that's the only thing I've ever asked. That's the only time I've ever given that account out. But if you want to Cash App 4 PACMAIN, every dollar counts, and give me something to do until I got any other income coming in, But yeah, this guy's going to get convicted, and I had to turn FBI whistleblower. That was no fun, and nobody wants to hire a guy that sends his employer to jail, which is what happened. Hey, Penguin, how are you? That's what happened. I had to send my employer to jail, and he's going to get up to a 20-year sentence, and he's going to be sentenced tomorrow. So today is February 5th, and I think on February 6th, he's already been given a guilty verdict. It's the sentencing that happens tomorrow. So I don't know how the law even works, but if he gets off, I'm not going to go back to work. You know what I mean? If somehow he gets off and he doesn't go to jail, I'm not going back to work. And I haven't been working because why is this guy still roaming around after he literally financially destroyed me? He did all kinds of heinous crimes, lying his ass off. And I had to do a lot of work to report on his crimes. And you know what? I've kept my head low. Whatever, bro. And so anyway, I don't know what's going to happen if they don't send him to jail, but hopefully he gets convicted for the full 20 years and I can move on with my life. Do I still game dev? No, I'm telling everybody why I haven't been game dev because, before all of this crap, this guy was telling me he's going to make me worth $10 million. He's a criminal. And he didn't give me one share. And I just listened to the tape where I brought the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 lead, my college roommate Richard Baker, onto the board of directors to vet out the funding they were asking me to do because they promoted me to president. I've never been president of anything. And they're like, hey, sign this funding. Well, it turns out it was criminal funding. And good thing I didn't sign it. And good thing I brought Richard on the board of directors. But Richard, they had $150 some million bonus pool on Modern Warfare 2, and they only wanted to give them 40%. That's why I brought him on the board of directors. They thought I wanted to pump the stock, and that's what they did, and got them a jail sentence. And for me, I don't want to be involved in criminal bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Certainly not going to jail for 20 years over a fucking video game development effort. And that guy robbed me, and thank God he robbed me because, where there's smoke, there's fire. All the smoke's coming from all the money he's fucking doing criminal funding and shit. And yeah, and I'm on record asking them questions like, what the fuck is going on? And they're lying to me, and I got those lies on record. And yeah, there might be a made-for-TV movie. Who knows? Somebody might buy my story. I am broke. I've run out of money, I've run out of money. But I'm not working as long as the world is going to liars, bro. And when Trump got reelected and they outed all that bullshit they're doing, that's the American culture. I will not pay taxes to a government that is corrupt, right? The FBI, corrupt, right? And that's who I'm cooperating with, the fucking FBI. And yeah, I'm waiting for fucking truth to come out. It's been a goddamn decade, bro. It's been a goddamn decade. My fucking government is so goddamn slow putting a guy behind bars who literally robbed me for everything I was worth, except for this house I bought cash. This guy's telling me I was going to be worth $10 million. I submitted that false claim to the FBI as part of the whistleblower program. And I haven't looked back. After he gets convicted, I got a little receipt. I might have money. I don't know. I don't trust shit. I certainly don't trust the federal government to give me money for ratting out a motherfucker. But I did rat him out, right? And he is going to get up to a 20-year sentence, right? And I am broke, right? There is such a thing as ethics. We're going to find out if anybody gives a fuck about an FBI whistleblower. I doubt it. But at the very least, I'm going to go back to work because the guy's getting put away. And if he doesn't get put away, fuck that. I'm not doing a motherfucking goddamn thing until this government can put criminals in jail where they belong. Okay? All this tattletelling on all the fucking criminal shit I've done since that guy has done this to me has merely proven the fact that the people in control are pedophiles, child molesters, liars, Marxists, socialists, in bed with the Chinese government, in bed with any other motherfucking government that's taking the taxpayer money. I'm not paying. I'm not working towards taxes that are going out the motherfucking door. I'm on strike, brother. I'm on motherfucking strike. And if the FBI cannot get a motherfucking conviction when they sentence this motherfucker tomorrow, I might leave the goddamn country. This place is so fucking corrupt, bro. How about that? But hopefully I'll be back. If my government can convict a motherfucker, I might start working, but I'm not going to pay taxes for this shit ass government. Fuck that, bro. All right. Anyway, I'm back. Peace.